Priya stood in front of me on that packed metro platform, her daughter gripping her faded coat. The little girl I had raised to be brave now looked small and drained, wearing shoes that weren't even hers. Priya's voice trembled. "I can't. Rahul will." "He won't do anything," I said. Something in my tone made her finally nod. I watched them disappear into the swarm of commuters before pulling out my phone. There were 3 calls I needed to make. The BMW I had given Priya for her birthday sat parked in Rahul's mother's driveway. I knew because I had driven by twice that week, observing their routine. Priya had been married for years of me wondering why she seemed worn out, why she brushed off my concern with excuses about work or motherhood. For years of her drifting further away until she stopped visiting entirely. I thought I had done something wrong. I thought she didn't need me anymore. But the way she recoiled when I touched her shoulder at the station, someone had taught my daughter to fear. She had mentioned transferring the apartment, the one I bought outright and placed solely in her name, to Rahul's family for tax reasons. I had believed her. I was naive. I stayed awake that entire night. Instead of sleeping, I studied every document I had ever signed, every bank statement and property record I could access. I reread the marriage paperwork I had been excluded from because modern couples handle their own arrangements. My lawyer, Mira, arrived at sunrise. "This is financial abuse," she said, laying the papers across my desk. "Possibly criminal coercion, but without concrete proof." "I don't need a conviction," I cut in. "I need leverage." She peered at me over her glasses, 30 years of friendship between us. "What exactly are you planning, Vikram?" "Justice." I gave her a list of names. "Start with background checks. Especially the mother." 3 phone calls later, the truth unfolded. Rahul's mother, Kamala, owned 4 properties purchased in the past 5 years, all paid in cash that didn't match her income. Rahul himself had dated 3 women from wealthy families. Each relationship ended after less than 2 years. A pattern. A strategy. My daughter was simply the most lucrative target because I had ensured she had assets worth stealing. I had practically delivered her to them. The realization made my hands tremble, but I needed a clear mind. Priya came home that evening. Maya fell asleep instantly on my sofa, worn down in a way no 5-year-old ever should be. "He'll come for us," Priya whispered. "Let him." I waited while she gathered the courage to speak. "They take everything," she finally said. "My salary goes straight to their account. Rahul says it's my duty. His mother says I'm lucky they let me work at all. And the apartment, if I don't sign it over by Friday, they said they'll make sure I lose custody. That they'll report me as unfit. That they'll hurt you and make it look like an accident." I set my cup down. "Did they put any of that in writing?"
"No."
"They're careful." "Yes," I said softly. "But predictable." The next morning, I called Rahul. "Your wife and child are with me," I told him. "Come discuss this. Alone." He showed up within an hour, with his mother. Predictable, indeed. I ushered them into my study, but didn't offer niceties. "Priya belongs at home," Kamala declared. "You're interfering in our private matters." "Am I?" I opened a file. "Explain how you bought 40 lakhs worth of property on an 8 lakh annual income." Her expression froze. "What is this?" Rahul snapped. "Evidence," I said calmly, sliding the documents toward them. "Tax evasion.
Fraud.
A history of exploiting women from wealthy families. I have statements from 2 of your former partners. They're ready to press charges." Kamala's lips thinned. "You can't prove." "I already have. And the Financial Crimes Division has been notified. They seem very interested in your real estate dealings. The police also have Priya's statement about your threats." Silence. "Here's what happens now," I said. "You will transfer the car back to Priya today. You will return every rupee you took from her. You will sign uncontested divorce papers. And then you will disappear from our lives." Rahul's voice shook. "Or what?" "Or I let the justice system dismantle you slowly and thoroughly." They signed that afternoon. Priya stood next to me as they walked away empty-handed. "I should have told you sooner," she whispered. You told me when you were able, I said, squeezing her hand. That's what matters. But deep down, I knew the truth. I hadn't just failed to protect her. I had taught her that being silent was safer than trusting me. Undoing that lesson might take a lifetime. Thanks for reading. Like, share, and comment. And don't forget to subscribe to Cheating Stories Insight World for more powerful stories.